Stop looking at me, Swan. This is Are You Still Watching? And I'm Peach.
I'm Al.
And every week on this show, we pick a movie from a popular streaming service. We give you our personal rating. We give you the Rotten Tomatoes. We give you the budget. We give you the gross. We give you the trivia. We break down scenes specifically. We go into deep analysis, explanation, all that on our normal channel. So go ahead and click the link in our description if you want a deep analysis of this movie. For this week, I picked the movie Uncut Gems as my recommendation. If you haven't seen Uncut Gems, we're going to tell you if it's worth it. So you're in the right place.
And if you have seen Uncut Gems, go check out our spoiler-filled review in our show from this week.
Uncut Gems gives us a frantic look into the life of New York City jeweler Howard Ratner. Ratner, played by Adam Sandler, starts the movie off by being head over heels in debt, and the audience is forced to watch helplessly as Ratner extends himself through a web of debts akin to robbing Peter to pay Paul, all the while juggling his business, his wife and family, and his smoke show girlfriend. It seems that Howard's financial problems may start to resolve themselves when he comes into possession of a gem that becomes the infatuation point for NBA and Celtics legend Kevin Garnett. Garnett believes that the gem is his good luck charm and is the key to dominating the game of basketball. The viewer watches to see if the Sandman can pull up the upset of the century, resolve his debts, and end the movie on top. Al, what'd you think of this movie? Did you like it as much as I did?
I think I did. So here's my super fast review of Uncut Gems. Adam Sandler as this guy Howard Ratner. Great casting choice. Great casting choice. It's not that Sandler's like the next De Niro or something, but he is as good in the movie as you've probably heard. He nails it. I think they chose the right guy for the right part, and Sandler puts everything into it. And another great performance, KG, Kevin Garnett, has got to be highlighted. He's not a one-dimensional character. He shows a wide range, and he acts very well. This is a movie where there are no good guys. In fact, pretty much everyone in the movie is a piece of shit trying to screw each other over, but they play it really well. The movie is a 90-minute anxiety attack, super anxiety-inducing. It's one of those movies that makes you want to grip the arms of your chair, stand up and scream at the characters on the screen, but in a good way. There were a couple cons for me, though, leaving the movie. The music was a bit weird for me. Kind of sounded like, I don't know, techno. It was
a little
unique.
Stranger Things-esque.
Yeah, it was. It was unique, but at certain times it pulled me out of the movie emotionally, and that's a big no-no for me. Another con, the characters are super realistic. They're constantly yelling over each other, interrupting each other, fighting each other, and that's really nice to build this realistic storyline in the beginning, but by the end of the movie, I was a little bit tired of it, just thinking, hey, when can we get back to the plot? But those cons don't take away much. While this movie kind of lacked moments of reflection that I was looking for, it did really great in all the other aspects. I really enjoyed it. It was a thrill ride, and I would definitely recommend you check it out on Netflix. What do you think?
Yeah, so I think we're going to be pretty similar on this one. You mentioned a couple of things that I 100% agree with. First off, I like the movie. I want to get that out of the way, but the word anxiety porn comes to mind. I needed a cigarette halfway through this movie, and I don't even smoke. It made me uncomfortable. I was anxious. I didn't know, the movie lets you start rooting for this character, Ratner, who is kind of a piece of shit, but you're rooting for him anyways. And it sets you up for this great film, and I really think that they made right on it by having the ending being so good. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I think you guys should watch it. It really blew my mind because it seems real. Those are my favorite movies, the ones that feel real to life. And I thought Sandler crushed it. I thought KG blew it out of the water with a totally unexpected performance. You could see the intensity that he had on the basketball court, and it made sense for his role in the film. With that being said, I'm going to give this a high grade of 8.9.
I'm with you on that. Totally agree. I think that this movie was a lot of fun, and the ending was the best part. So if you're 1 hour into this movie and you're saying, oh, this is pretty good, strap in for the last 30 minutes. It's a thrill ride, and I really enjoyed the final act and how they concluded it. Won't spoil it here, but if you do watch the movie, go check out our spoiler review, and I will spoil it there. Loved the movie. Super high B+ for me, 8.9.
And I think the critics were pretty much on the same page with us. They put it at a 92 out of 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. The audience was more split, honestly, which doesn't surprise me totally. If you are an anxious person and you don't like that, you want to be comfortable, you want a movie with a nice ending that makes sense, a formula film, this is not that. Don't watch it if you don't like that. It got a 52 from the audience on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not good.
That's not good, but keep in mind, the Rotten Tomatoes scores are not representative of everybody giving the movie a 5.2. Rather, it's that half the people liked the movie and half the people didn't like the movie. So a lot of people loved the movie, and I remember hearing from people before watching it myself, oh, this movie is the second coming of Jesus, from one of my friends. And then my other friend would say, this movie sucks. Adam Sandler's garbage. What is this? So I totally see where they're coming from, and I'm with you. I think it was because it's a hard movie to watch. Your heart is going to be pounding the whole time. You're going to be sweating in your palms. But if you're a movie fan, I think that you can really appreciate the artistic side of that.
As far as the budget and the gross, this was done from the studio A24, which I know Al is a huge fan of. The budget, they mostly do smaller budget films, around $4 million. This one was a little bit bigger. I was interested to find out that Marty Scorsese was actually executive producer on this film. That was very interesting. Maybe that bumped up the budget a little bit to $19 million. And they did well with it. It returned $50 million.
A24 is becoming the king of low-budget movies. They made Hereditary, The Witch, The Lighthouse, and now Uncut Gems. I'd say keep an eye out for movies from A24. Obviously, Scorsese is as well.
Yeah, keep an eye out on Scorsese. He's a really up-and-coming director. I think he's really going to make his mark on the industry.
He has a promising career in Hollywood. All right, we hope you enjoyed our review of the movie Uncut Gems. We've got more reviews and recommendations coming to you every single week, so if you want great recommendations for movies, TV shows, and specials that you can stream on popular streaming services right from your fat ass on the couch, then come back next week and please hit that subscribe button. Not only do we do spoiler-free reviews, but we do spoiler reviews. Next week, we're talking about Jerry Seinfeld, 23 Hours to Kill. It's his new stand-up special on Netflix. Does Jerry still have a funny bone? Was Jerry ever funny?
And what's the deal with airplane peanuts?
We'll talk about all that next week, so subscribe, thumbs up, write a hate comment down below. We love all that stuff. And we'll see you next time on Are You Still Watching? Watch more movies.
Hit subscribe. Or don't. I don't fucking care.